Welcome back to the Southeastern Sports Report presented by State Farm. The men's basketball team under Coach Jim Yarborough are back on the road in Tulsa, Oklahoma to take on Oral Roberts. Let's check out the action.
Southeastern headed over to Tulsa to take on Southland co-leaders Oral Roberts. Early on, Roger Woods with a steal and score. An opportunity for a three-point play for the freshman. Trey Evans, one of his 4 threes in the ball game, triple from the corner. Back the other way comes Oral Roberts. Stephen Roundtree gets free and dunks it home. Give Oral Roberts a 3-point advantage. And it's Todd Nelson off the bench with a triple and knot it back up at 10. This game was tightly contested throughout. Ochiochi steps into a 3. Came off the bench and gave Southeastern good minutes in the first half. Lions would take the lead here. Jeffrey Ricard scores on the scoop from just inside the free throw line. Brandon Fortenberry with a long 3. Cut the Oral Roberts lead back to 1. Damon Bellholter, 2 of his game-high 23 points as he gets free down low. Trey Evans slashes to the hoop, 2 of his team-high 17 points. It's Roundtree again getting free. Southeastern was trying to front the post there and got behind the Lion defense. Floater in the lane from Ricard. Ricard finished the ball game with 9 points. Roe Johnson throws it away there into the hands of Niles, and Niles takes it all the way himself. Give Oral Roberts their largest lead of the ball game, 51-36. Southeastern would not go away quietly, however. Antonio Benton starts a 9-0 Southeastern run. The layup. It's Trey Evans, floater, banks it in. Up ahead with it is Ricard. He lays it up and in. Southeastern cut it to 4 before ultimately Oral Roberts pulled away in the final minutes. Southeastern cut it down to 6 for the final margin. They fall 65-59 in Tulsa. Trey Evans had 17 points for the Lions. Brandon Fortenberry chipped in with 16. Lions now 8-12 overall, 6-4 in Southland Conference play.
Tough loss for the Lions on the road at Oral Roberts, but they'll be back in action on Saturday down in Thibodaux to take on Nicholls State to look to get back on the winning ways in the Southland Conference. It's now time to turn our attention to Coach Sean Brady and his track and field team. Here's the story.
Southeastern Track and Field's gotten off to a fast-paced start after 3 weekends. The Lions and Lady Lions have competed twice at McNeese State in Lake Charles and once at Arkansas State. Leading the way so far for the Lady Lions has been sprinter and long jumper Nia Stewart. Stewart swept the 55-meter dash competition and completed the event in a Lady Lion record 7.12 seconds the first week of the season, and then followed it up at Arkansas State, running the exact same time of 7.12 for second place.
Yeah, I was in the zone. I wasn't really focused on lowering the record. I was just more focused on getting out of the blocks and maintaining my speed when I came up.
Stewart, a junior out of Central Catholic High School in Morgan City, has also paced the Lady Lions in the long jump, recording a team best 19 feet 2 inches at McNeese State and then jumped 18 feet 5 inches at Arkansas State.
The takeoff. The takeoff is a lot different, whereas when I'm sprinting in the blocks, it's a quick takeoff. And for the jumps, it's not as quick. So it's like a big transition that I have to remember to keep in my head from when transitioning from the 55 to the long jump.
Second best only by a few centimeters. Nia's been one of our best performers for the last few years. As a junior, I think she's just going to come into her own this year. It's time now for her to, just assert herself as one of the best athletes in the conference, and I think she'll do that in a few weeks. There's no reason why she couldn't be a big scorer in both the 60 and in the long jump.
Stewart will finish up the indoor season and then move on to the outdoor. Majoring in athletic training, Stewart was a 5-sport athlete in high school and won a state championship in the long jump at Central Catholic. But her whole focus is on improving in both the 55-meter sprint and the long jump.
Women's side, we've got some work to do. We haven't competed everybody yet, and they haven't been in their strongest events for each person. So I think we still have work to do, but we've got a few weeks to make good on it.
I just do whatever coach gives me. We did a lot of weight training to get stronger. Me specifically, I had to focus on weights just so I could get stronger, and he had me doing a lot of running just so I could stay in shape and be fit.
On the men's side, the Lions are led by former football standout and Ponchatoula native Jonathan Kinchen. Kinchen competes in the shot put and weight throws. He won the shot put competition and placed 5th in the weight throw the first week of the season, teaming up with Jeffrey Milliron, who finished 2nd in the shot put and 3rd in the weight throw.
I do shot put, discus, weight, and hammer. Favorite one's the discus. I have switched from the glide to the spin, and it's more related to the discus now. So it's harder, but it helps throw farther.
Well, Jonathan was a state champion in 5A in the discus. I mean, he's seen competition before, and whether it be football, baseball, basketball, or track, it's still competition. He has a real low-key demeanor, which is advantageous for our sport. Doesn't get really aroused, except for in the appropriate times. I think that he's still learning events as he gets a better feel for the weight and the shot. He's going to just get better and better.
The next week at Arkansas State, Milliron, the 2012 Louisiana Male Newcomer of the Year, placed 2nd in the weight throws and 3rd in the shot put, while Kinchen claimed 4th in the shot, despite equaling Milliron's toss.
Honestly, he wasn't that successful in the shot put in high school. He's actually thrown further with a 16-pound shot than he did with a 12-pound shot in high school. But he's a big, strong young man, and props to Coach McKay for teaching him that event.
The Lions and Lady Lions now continue to work the indoor meets until the 2nd week of March, when the outdoor season begins. The annual Southeastern Invitational will be held April 19th at the Southeastern Track Complex. For more info on the men's and women's track team, please visit lionsports.net.
So as you can see, Coach Sean Brady and his track and field squad are putting up some impressive numbers in the Southland Conference. Let's get to a break. When we come back, we're going to check in on the tennis team and also take a look at senior linebacker Devin Walker as he played in the Texas versus the Nation All-Star game. Right here on the Southeastern Sports Report, presented by State Farm.
State Farm, this is Jessica.
Hey, Jessica, it's Jerry Newman.
Jerry, how are you doing?
Fine, I just got a little fender bender. You know, it's funny, it only took 15 minutes to sign up with that new auto insurance company, but it's taken a lot longer to hear back.
Oh, Jerry, I'm so sorry.
I would love to help, but remember you dropped us last month.
I miss you, Jessica.
Jerry, are you crying?
No, I bit my tongue.
Count on Joe Skibinski in Baton Rouge.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Very superstitious. Writings on the wall.
Bud Light, for the fans who do whatever it takes. Here we go.